Not looking forward to those footlocks, man, or knee bars.
The first 2 months of brown belt, I tapped so much.
Callum, exactly. They're pretty much guaranteed to allow you to knock out somebody who is physically your superior.
Now this could be fight of the night. This is Callum Burkinshaw, the babyface striking assassin, good all-round fighter. I was looking through the card. This is one of my picks for the best fight of the evening. If you want to know my best fight of the night, then listen to the Slaphead and the Giraffe podcast. We have had numerous world-famous people on. We've had Mark Goddard, UFC referee. We've had Roger Gracie. We have had Rafael Lovato Jr. We've had many other famous fighters. Give it a listen. Check it out, Slap and Giraffe podcast. We've also had a famous Steve B commentator / wrestler, all-round angry midget.
Pretty much, yeah. Everybody needs a token Canadian, but when you're talking about Callum Burkinshaw from San Luke Kuhn, the way of the wandering sword, we're just talking about a very slick striker, a guy who's comfortable and confident in anywhere this fight can be taken. And like you said, it's the slickness of his ability, the relaxation in his shoulders, the ability to pop off strikes both quickly and effectively.
And I think he's put on a little bit of muscle since the last fight we've seen him. Gained a bit of power in those hands. And SLK, they have the best t-shirts. Please bring me and Steve one. Next show. Jack Drake from Impact MMA. The thing you always know with Impact MMA is crisp striking. Power shots, knockouts, footwork, head movement. Just, they're a striker's gym. They can grapple as well, but any Impact MMA fighter generally wants to keep it on the feet. This is Battle of the Babyface Assassins.
Exactly, and I'm sure Callum Burkinshaw is ready to oblige to that. Just a nod there from Burkinshaw. He loves being in the cage. He's an absolute animal. And Jack Drake is going to look to stifle and wipe that smile off of his face. But it's going to be who can get there fastest with the mostest, who's got the punchiest, who's got the rangiest, who's got the most excellent understanding of the striking game that's probably going to be able to take this contest tonight.
Now Jack Drake, he's actually gone up in weight. Previously he's been fighting at 72. This time he's gone up to 77 kilos, that full welterweight limit. And he just got his second dan in kickboxing as well, so he's a high-level kickboxing black belt.
Obviously looking to improve and go forward. Jack Drake is there.
Jack Drake 4-4. I'm sure he'd like to have more wins than losses, so will he get it today? Now Jack Drake, in his last performance, I remember I did rewatch it at home because I was very impressed by his wrestling.
Looks to establish his jab early on and use that to set up some takedowns. Let's see. There you go, big kicks. Oh, both men standing in the middle, exchanging. Nice kick by Callum Burkinshaw. Bit of a spin there. Body lock by Burkinshaw.
Oh, this is what Jack Drake wants. He wants to get this fight to the floor. I think this is where he has a bigger advantage over his opponent. Striking, hard to say who's the better man.
Oh, Callum's obviously a lot stronger now at 77. Just picks him up, able to wrestle him to the floor. Now he's in a bit of a quarter guard momentarily, but passes over into mount. Going to get his hooks in and maybe flatten out Jack Drake. It's anybody's game right now because both fighters are very explosive.
Oh, and he gets back. He has a headlock position.
Almost there from Jack Drake, looking for a scoop slam.
This is what we saw from Callum in his previous fights, pressing against the cage, mixing up takedowns and strikes.
Very nitty-gritty right now. Both fighters are looking to make this a bit of a brawl. Jack Drake, interesting, looking to break the, close the distance and get all over Burkinshaw, possibly just aware of that kickboxing game, wanting to slow down and get blood to the shoulders of Callum Burkinshaw. But Callum will not be denied. He's throwing those kicks like he's throwing baseball bats. Nice double leg by Callum Burkinshaw. He's able to get the takedown.
It's what we've seen from Callum before, grinding out decisions, striking, takedown, striking, takedown, kind of MMA 101.
That level change of Callum Burkinshaw is absolutely excellent, just deadly. And look at Callum Burkinshaw rubbing his head into the face of Jack Drake, just making it very uncomfortable.
Jack looking for an armbar. Oh, Callum was very aware of it. Pushed it. Oh, excellent hammer fist.
Big.
Oh, and a leg kick.
Just for good measure as Jack Drake stands up. There's nowhere where Jack Drake is going to be safe at the hands of Callum Burkinshaw.
And we know Jack Drake has got that high-level kickboxing. Just needs to find his range a little bit.
Seems to be running on. He seems to be running
on.
Oh,
head kick.
Nice. He exchanges one from...
Oh, has he got the guillotine? Is he under the chin? It looks tight. Oh, he slipped out beautifully.
Just wild from Jack Drake. Callum Burkinshaw looking very confident as he stalks Drake into the corner momentarily. Drake looking for that overhand right, possibly looking to catch Callum Burkinshaw on the way out. Callum's got that underhook on the right side. Possible another guillotine attempt here. Jack Drake can lock both hands under that ankle and possibly scoop Callum Burkinshaw up into the Nottingham.
Both these guys are young fighters, but very experienced here. Composed, not gassing themselves out, being technical. Oh, great hips.
Sprawl. Lovely sprawl there from Callum Burkinshaw. He just tees off. Wow.
We're seeing a little bit more killer from Callum.
Unbridled aggression is what that was. That was just brilliant. Look at him, just chilling right now. Looks like he could easily be playing a game of Scrabble, but he's looking to beat ass is what he's doing.
I've seen Callum before, and I thought he wasn't necessarily in his previous fights the most exciting fighter. He was just kind of grinding his way to decisions, but he is trying to win this fight. He's trying to make a statement. He's trying to get that knockout.
Confidence comes with experience, Chris, and Callum Burkinshaw, a young man, is stepping into this cage and looking to get that experience so that he can better execute his techniques that he's done so well in that first round, just taking it to Jack Drake on every level. Similarly, though, that Jack Drake in the corner with Impact MMA coaches is looking to possibly turn the tides in that second round. What can he do differently? I'd like to see him just not run onto those punches so much.
Yeah, he's marching forward. He needs to use his jab, establish range, go in and out, in and out. At the moment, he's driving in, but he doesn't have that back step out again.
Tough as they come as Jack Drake. He's not going to be put away easily.
Callum joking with his opponents. Not looking too tired.
Calling for a switch is the corner of Jack Drake.
Oh, look, jumping guard. That's possibly not a very good thing to do.
Very dangerous with the type of hammer fist that we saw from Callum.
Oh, he wants a submission.
Trying to set up that armbar from...
Maybe he feels like he can't outstrike him, so he's starting to mix up his game.
I just don't think
kick.
Drake is establishing his reach enough. He's looking to switch stances constantly, which I like, but if he's going to look to do that, he has to put something on the end of it. He has to show Callum Burkinshaw something that he'll respect. And so far, Burkinshaw is just looking to ragdoll Jack Drake. He's got a body lock. Can he get the hips in? And he
great
does for a takedown.
I've been so impressed by Callum's wrestling in this fight. He's clearly really improved. He's got a lot stronger and more technical. There's wonderful things about Battle Arena show. We're seeing these up-and-coming amateur fighters, and we see huge leaps and improvements in their game.
Jack Drake fighting back to guard. But Callum doing well to sit his hips forward, get Drake's knees into his face, and then land left hooks.
It's very difficult when you've got your head pressed against the cage like that. It stops you being able to move. It's going to be very hard to set up a submission from there.
Burkinshaw just picking his shots.
I'd like to see Jack Drake wall walking, trying to get back to his feet, back to that second down kickboxing.
And in that case, he really needs to just post a hand on the ground and look to stand up. He's got to eat a couple shots to get out of this position. And now we see Burkinshaw probably in a position to rain knees to the legs.
Oh, great knee. I think I winced on that one a little bit.
It was right into the liver of Jack Drake.
Callum has made such improvements. It's like a wet blanket all over Drake here. So he's been really struggling to deal with the constant pressure.
Burkinshaw again with those strong hips, just hipping in and taking Drake to the ground. So he lands a couple peppering hammer fists. Got to watch shots to the back of the head, but it is... Wow, Jack Drake is just wasting tons of energy here on a single leg he should have abandoned long ago.
I think Jack Drake is getting desperate now. He's struggling to find anything that he can get to work against Callum here.
Look at that, very crafty from Callum, covering the mouth of Jack Drake, just making it very difficult, making it uncomfortable the way he's been doing this entire fight. Essentially, just make your opponent not want to be there anymore.
Oh, but does he have the armbar? Oh, it could be a sneaky. Oh, he's twisted his arm beautifully. We could see a slam out of this. He needs to drive in just like he's doing. Excellent submission defense there from Callum. Driving in, not letting him have the arm. Excellent work. Really good from Callum. Oh, that leg buckle. That looked painful.
That looked terribly painful.
Jack has maybe got to throw caution to the wind now. Throw some bombs.
Those leg kicks, though, those right leg kicks that Callum Burkinshaw has been throwing to the lead leg of Jack Drake, they're heavy and they're just damaging. Goes high with that head kick.
Wow, huge round for Callum Burkinshaw. What an amazing performance for the young fighter.
And a sneaky armbar there from Jack Drake, not to be downplayed. That could have been the end of the fight. There was just a little mistake there by Jack Drake, which was crossing the legs when he had that armbar from the bottom. You don't want to cross your legs, rather you want the leg that is over top of the head to drive into the mat, now therefore breaking the posture. I almost thought he had it. It was very exciting.
That's as close as an armbar can get, really. Callum was trying to pull out of it. And often with an armbar, you've got two things. You drive in, so you get a bend in your arm, or you try and pull out if you feel like it's not quite on. He went for the pull out, realized it wasn't working, so drove back in and got a nice bend in his arm, and it meant he could save it. Stop that elbow from being broken.
So Chris, you're advocating not pulling out, driving back in full
Driving
force.
back in, never pull out. That's why I got 3 kids. Jack is 2 rounds down, maybe 2 10-8 rounds. He's got to throw caution to the wind to try and land something big.
Really got to go for the finish, this Jack Drake. There you go. Callum Burkinshaw is well happy to be in there right now. He throws a kick of his own.
Great left.
Callum Burkinshaw throwing kicks. Oh, spinning kicks from Jack Drake. Jack Drake looking to bite down the mouthpiece. He drove his own finger into his eye by accident there. That was all that was. They got to continue fighting. The difficulty with these MMA gloves is sometimes you get a finger in the eye, but these Battle Arena gloves, these Viking Warrior Nutrition gloves, are well designed. And just Callum Burkinshaw putting punches and bunches and a kick at the end just for an exclamation mark.
Now Jack Drake has kind of got that wounded animal thing going on where he's just flailing a little bit, and Callum just needs to stay composed, not get caught with any of these wild shots.
Almost a bit of the judo.
Wow, what a transition.
Just doesn't hit cleanly. Jack Drake's doing so well to keep his guard up in those exchanges. He's doing really well. There we go.
Excellent
big slam
timing.
By Burkinshaw takes it down to the mat. He's in half guard.
This is smart from Callum Burkinshaw. He knows that he's winning this fight. To take it down to the mat, hold him down, work him for the rest of this round. He's going to walk away with an easy win.
Another kick to the leg there just for good measure.
Oh, those leg kicks are going to be starting to hurt a lot. Just saw a little flash of his thigh from his shorts riding up.
Hand eats through, big kick. Wow. Jack Drake is definitely hurt on that lead leg. He can't get any power into it now.
Jack Drake is starting to look a little bit out on his feet, but then he takes a deep breath and comes back strong.
Seeing some swelling.
Oh, jumping head kick. Callum's trying to get his highlight reel knockout.
He's really doing well to set it up. Jack Drake's just got a very impenetrable defense.
Great
that
kick
comes over the top. Jack Drake is definitely feeling these, but Burkinshaw, spinning heel kick.
The referee's going to be taking a very close look at Jack Drake.
Jack Drake is just too tough for his own good, it looks like, at this time. He's been taking so much damage to that leg.
Brawl, those hips, that pressure.
I was worried earlier about the swelling. Oh, excellent sit out there from Jack Drake. That is wrestling 202, really. That's brilliant. But now we've got Callum Burkinshaw again on top, just not able to quite get out and end up on top was Jack Drake. Can Burkinshaw weather this? If I was Burkinshaw's corner, I'd be calling for the finish right now.
You can now see the thigh of Jack Drake. That is painful looking.
Also, there's a bit of swelling in the knee. Wow, purple. But there's just so much fight still in Jack Drake. You saw him punch to the leg. He's just trying to do anything he can.
Is he trying to get a guillotine, trying to finish this fight here?
Looks to have the arm in, I think. It'd be very difficult to finish that standing. Burkinshaw might break away any moment here and land a huge shot of his own, which is what he's been doing. So there you go, boom. Breaks away. We got
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Burkinshaw will
Oh, he went for a jumping tornado kick. Oh, head
Burkinshaw's
kick.
going to make this the longest 10 seconds.
Oh, handstand head kick. Wow. Wow. What a fight, a ballerina.
Callum Burkinshaw's just having fun. That's what he does. It's going to be something on his Christmas wish list. Maybe see Callum Burkinshaw in Dunstable in a couple months. The end of September for our next battle arena. Very respectful.
So after 3, the regular match will go through the judges' scorecards. And we have your winner by unanimous decision for the fighter in the red corner, Callum Burkinshaw. And please make noise for Jack Drake.
Before he starts talking, everyone take a look at this man's suit. He's looking flying up.
Not really what I said. Tough fight. Jackson, tough fight. It was a good shot when he stayed in there for all 3 rounds. Was you expecting that before the contest started?
I thought Jim knew he was pressing to that first shot. It was too early. So that was towards making the post. Shoot for him to make sure. And then
It was a great performance, and like I said, he is a pressure fighter, but you've got to take your steps back. That's part of obviously the game plan.
yeah, he's a pressure fighter. I think that's why he's just never seen the 80s before. So killing them, but taking them to keep them for us.
And then last round, we like the Scots half to go for the